Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode of Ramadan Daily Dose. The next companion we will talk about, who was also promised paradise by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is Uthman ibn Affan radiyallahu anhu. May Allah be pleased with him. Uthman ibn Affan had one great characteristic, and this story, the following story, shows us exactly what that characteristic was. This story is found in Sahih Muslim. It's narrated by Aisha radiallahu anha, the wife of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She's telling us what happens, right? She says that she was sitting down at home and the Prophet, peace be upon him, was there. He was at home, he was relaxing. He was reclined on his seat with his leg exposed, some parts of his leg was exposed, and he was just chilling at home. And then Abu Bakr comes to the door and he asks for permission to walk in. The Prophet grants him permission. Abu Bakr walks in and the Prophet is still sitting down, relaxed, reclined, parts of his legs exposed, and he conversates with Abu Bakr. And then Aisha says, Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, he knocks, he comes to the door, asks for permission to come in, and the Prophet grants him permission. Umar comes in and he speaks to the Prophet, and the Prophet is still sitting in his same position, reclined, relaxed, some parts of his legs exposed. And then Aisha radiallahu anha says that Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu comes to the door and asks for permission to come in. And then the Prophet ﷺ quickly gets up and he covers his leg. And he tells Uthman ibn Affan to walk in. Uthman comes in, they talk, they conversate. When they're done, they all leave. And Aisha comes to the Prophet ﷺ, she says, I saw Abu Bakr come in and you stayed in your same position. And then Umar came in and you stayed in your same position. But the minute Uthman ibn Affan came in, you sat up straight, you changed your posture, you covered yourself, and you prepared for his arrival. Why so? And the Prophet, peace be upon him, then said, how can I not be shy from a person who even the angels themselves are shy in his presence? That's the amount of modesty Uthman ibn Affan truly had. So much so that even the angels around him were shy from him. Subhanallah. He was so modest that even in other facets in his life, even in his generosity, Uthman ibn Affan would instill modesty in it. So one time he saw a child who desperately needed a new shirt. So he went to the market, bought him a new shirt, came back, and within this shirt, he stuck within the pockets of the shirt 10,000 dirhams. And he folded the shirt up and gave it to the child. And he said, go take this shirt to your parents, put it on in front of them and show them your new shirt. So the kid goes home. Obviously, when he puts it on, he sees the amount of generosity, the money that he has left behind for him and his family, subhanAllah. Uthman ibn Affan understood the verse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse 264, where Allah Azza wa Jal says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تبطلوا صدقاتكم بالمن والأذى. O you who believe, do not invalidate, do not void your charity by constantly mentioning how generous you were when you gave charity, or by harming the person you're giving charity to. Uthman ibn Affan lived this. Even within his generosity, he was modest. Subhanallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala join us with him in paradise. If you would like more information about Uthman ibn Affan, there's a link in the description box below where Shaykh Omar Suleiman goes into depth about his life and who he was as a person. Stay tuned for the next episode where we will be talking about another companion that was promised paradise by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this companion was the first youth to enter and embrace Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.